All right, recording started. Okay, let's get going. First connect. I heard was working on this guy. So I want us to create a new table and populate a few data just so we get ourselves acquainted with this. We'll do this quite more often. So to do that, this is our session 3. Session 3. Session 3. So we'll create new table. Let's run a bit of simulation by creating a new table. Create an orders table. Want to simulate a small business, just create an orders table with an ID, more like customer ID, order date, and amount. Just a little thing like that. So let's create a small table. I'll say we have create table order.
So should I create another
Yes,
query?
please.
Okay.
Create a table order, and I have an ID. It's int auto increment, and it's my primary key. And okay, create table orders. Let me call it orders. Okay, then we have I'll pick a customer ID. Customer ID, order dates, and amount. I think that's all. Customer ID, order dates, and amount. Let's stick to that at the moment. I'll take customer ID underscore ID, and this is gonna be int too. And let's have order underscore dates, and it's gonna be a date field. We use a date field, and then we have amount. It's gonna be an int. Okay, I think we'll stick to that. If you have a question, you ask.
Okay.
Okay, or probably we use since amount. It's money. Let's use decimal.
Well, maybe that's why mine didn't have the decimal.
Okay,
Because I did. Oh, I closed it down. Sorry. Let me open it again.
okay.
Um. um, okay, because when I did price, I just did int.
Okay. Okay, you
So
did
you should.
int. Yeah,
Yeah.
you cannot have the decimal stuff if you do int. You always
Int.
lose.
Okay. The last two numbers.
Yeah, you always lose the
Okay.
last two numbers.
So to have an amount is, so if it's price, it's better to be decimal instead of int,
That's the
right?
best way. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
So if you're there, try run that.
1 second. So it's date, order, then date. Okay. Amount, decimal. Why did you do 10,2 for the decimal?
Okay, that's the when we define a table field, we
Mm-hmm.
actually specify the data types and
Mm-hmm.
give specifications as to what kind of number of characters and the rest. We're saying we're not allowing more than 10 digits at the moment.
Okay.
You
And
must
then
not,
two decimal
yeah,
places.
two decimal place exactly.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So I'll run this if you're cool.
Yeah.
Terminate this and then run this. Beautiful. Mine got
Yeah.
succeeded.
Same here.
Okay. All right. At the moment, we should have nothing in that table. So
Yeah.
let's populate some dummy data. I'll go to
Mm-hmm.
chat. Let me copy this and on
Okay.
ChatGPT, try get random data. I'll send it to you so that we'll use.
Okay.
All right, because there's no time to start typing that now.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm listening. Yeah, I've been
Okay.
in back-to-back meeting for since 9, and I just need to get coffee, but I'm listening.
No, it's okay. It's cool.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I got some data sets. Okay. I'll share this to you now. I just sent you on a message and sent you an SQL command to run.
Okay, 1 second.
So if I select all from orders table, I should have my orders. Beautiful. Right. That's what I have.
Okay, mine didn't run.
Yours didn't run.
Yeah.
Why? What could be the reason? What's the error? Read the error and try troubleshoot
It
it.
says it says code error table does not exist.
You didn't
Wait.
run the table. Again, did you select? Aha. You didn't run the first query.
I did. The
But
first
you
query the first query ran, so I didn't run show table.
you don't need to run show table. If it ran,
So
so
the first table ran successfully. Wait, but what
what did you
is
use?
that?
Did you use
Wait,
orders or order?
I used orders, so that worked.
Select all from
Wait,
orders.
orders, yeah, so that worked. Customer underscore ID, that works.
Now your
Order
insert
on.
statement, did it say insert into order or orders? Be sure of the errors.
It says orders. Yeah.
Wow. So
Let me share
what's
my screen.
okay?
Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Why is it saying orders?
Said
Oh, the errors. Customer.
the error. Can I um
That's the error down there.
it's not very visible between table orders. Okay, already exists. That's not a problem. What did you use to run this query? Put your cursor
This
in
one.
line 18. Put your cursor in line 18. Now
Yeah.
run that query. You click the no 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 no. Yes.
That one.
That
Yeah,
was
that's the one I did.
it
What's
ran.
up?
No, no. That's not what you did.
No, see, line 16. Wait, let me drag this up. I did it in line 16 was the first one.
Okay.
Can you see?
Error code table orders already exist. Create. Now you attempted to run the create query again. What? Okay.
No. So I inserted the table, the data you sent to me. I inserted it, and then I clicked run from 18, and then it came up with that error in 16.
Well, I'm
Then
not
I
sure
went
where
back
your
to
cursor was at the time you did
it
that.
was on 18.
Wow.
Then I now I went back to 6 to try and run it again because I knew that one ran before. Then it
Okay.
gave me the error for 17.
Okay. Well, it's good. It's working now. I think that's
Yeah,
what's
so I
important.
don't understand what went wrong. But
Sometimes
yeah.
one of those things.
Okay. Oh
Right.
god. Let me stop sharing.
All right.
This one is not working now.
So we today our interest is to handle. I don't know if I said that. Aggregate and
Mm-hmm.
groupings, aggregate functions, particularly aggregate queries.
Mm-hmm.
Let me close this grid And the normal session 3, I should have written that. Okay, that's what we have for today. All right. So let's take our first aggregate query. What are we doing? We want to do a count. Having selected, or we want to know how many orders are on this table. You could select count, then all from the orders table. So we could
Sorry,
make.
can you give me 2 minutes? Sorry.
Okay, all right, no
I'll be
problem.
back there.
All right, just let me know when you're back.
Yeah.
All right, so started that. We continue. All right, so we had a select all from. Now the next thing I want to run, I thought I did that. Select count. We're doing the aggregate functions now, by writing select count. I'm counting all. Star is for all, always. From my orders table. Right. If I run that, I get 10. It means I have a total of 10 records in that orders table. But if you look closely, you will see something. I don't know if you see my result grid. You are seeing count star as a header of the
Mm-hmm.
result, and that's
Mm-hmm.
not what you want. So you could give it an alias or whatever it's called. We didn't talk about that, have we?
No.
So as, let's call it orders, total orders. That's a total orders. Okay. So if I run this, I have total orders. This.
Sorry, can I just ask again? Why
Please.
is the total orders not in the bracket?
If I want, okay, you can put it in the bracket. It still would work. Especially, I was going to say that. I was going to say that, but if it's a one word like total
Mm-hmm.
order, that's why I use the underscore. Now, if I had
Mm-hmm.
to separate that to make it very human readable, then you see there's already an error. So I
Error.
have to
Yeah.
put it in quotes so that that's a string. I'm creating a variable.
Yeah.
So select count, the count you're selecting, give it a variable name, total orders as a header.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I run this, I have that's total orders. You see that?
Okay. Yeah. But why is it not in the bracket where we have this bracket
Okay,
star bracket?
you mean inside here?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it shouldn't be. This as here is just
Mm-hmm.
name alias. That's what we're giving whatever result we're putting. I'll show you an example of it quickly. We'll come back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Just by the way, crash one. If we're doing a select from select all, now instead of select all, we said select. Let me run this again so I have what I want to explain visible. I have customer ID, order date, and amount. Let's say I want to change this amount to um, okay, just watch what will happen now. Pull this down a bit. I want to select I have id as, call it this is serial number. I think that's understood. I have a comma. Selecting customer ID, customer underscore ID as customer number, customer number, customer number. Let me, and then I also have this other date is okay. Let me say amount as amount as, what do I call that now? Amount ordered. Amount ordered from a from statement from my orders table. So if I run this query now, watch what will happen. See what we have. Are you seeing my result grade?
Yeah.
Now we're seeing something quite different as against what we had earlier. Now, what did I do differently? When we ran just this guy, let me run this too, so we'll have them side by side. When we ran just this guy, this is the original table, ID, customer ID, and this. But when I ran this guy, I had I changed the ID field to something I want, serial number SN, and I was able to give a custom name, that name alias, for my customer ID to be customer number, and I was able to give my amount a new name called amount ordered. So the idea is you creating, assigning a variable name to what you're doing.
Is
That's where
that
you,
why they're in double quotes?
yeah, that's where they're in double quotes,
Okay.
but not necessarily. But yes, now they're in double quotes, most especially because, for example, for this, I'm using there's a space here
Mm-hmm.
for this guy, even if I don't put it in double quote, so though it's gonna work. But then this forward slash means something else here, and that's why it will not work. So if I'm closing this guy up, I could remove the double quote. I'm eliminating the space, the white space. See that? It still would work. But then I
Okay.
want it more human readable. I need the space. And that's why I introduced double quote. So it's seen as a string having a defined meaning.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is, by the way, this is the name layers thing. Name layers. That's what this is. So that's the same concept I employed here. When I say select count as, I'm just saying whatever you're giving me as a count, I
Mm-hmm.
want, give it a name, table orders. So if I run this, or when I run that, I get table orders. It has a count of 10. If that's clear, I'll push forward. So we actually calculated the total orders now. I think I should total orders. I should comment that out so you see what we have. I have total orders. Let's also have something else. Let's say we want to select all count orders by customer, not by let's say I want to count orders by customer. So we could do select and then the field. Now we did all. So it's definitely counting all. Now what if you don't want all? You could specify what you want to count. You could specify what you want to count, like selecting the customer ID and then count all as total orders from. Now we could say select select customer underscore ID, and then we're counting all. Where's my star? Uh, as total orders, as we did earlier, total orders, and then we're taking it from our customer table. Sorry, orders table, not customer table. Orders. Reading that from our orders table. And I'm gonna run this guy. If when I run this guy, I shoot up. I have an error. Where is that from? I have an error. State orders from orders. Okay. Now let's read the error together.
Oh,
What does it say? Are you seeing that?
yeah.
It says In
In
aggregate. Okay,
aggregate.
read yours
Yeah.
since yours. I think yours is read out yours.
1 second. So mine is. I need to make this bigger. Mine is in aggregate query. Uh,
Yeah, in aggregate query without a group by.
without group
Yeah,
by
that's the keyword.
expression one
That's
select.
that's
Yeah.
actually the keyword. Now when
Okay.
we ran this first one, we did a select count all. Now we're actually specifying what field we want, and we're saying count all. Then there has to be a group by if that will work. That's the only way you run aggregate query. Very important, group
Okay.
by. We're grouping by the customer ID still, customer underscore ID. If you don't do that, you surely will always get that error. So you group by the customer ID. Now, what is it doing? So if you examine the result, then you understand what's happening. Let's look at that. Now, to do
Okay.
that, to understand or appreciate this, I'm going to run our select query again, side by side with this guy. So we'll look at them both together. And if I do that, I have something like this. So this is the select query. Sorry, this is the group by. This is our first query. I have a customer ID 1. Order date is 25th 0110. Right? You seen that?
Mm-hmm.
That same customer patronized our company on some other date, but it's same customer, the ID is still 1. And we also have the same customer on some other date, patronizing the company. That's a month, about a month plus later. I think that's the only 3 purchases he made. Our have customer with ID 2 who patronized us 1, 2, 3 times. So we have customer with ID 3 just twice, ID 4 twice. Now, when we run this other query, we say select customer ID, count of it, and we are grouping by the customer ID. What does that mean? Customer ID 1 had 3 orders, and that's what we try to count here. 1, 2, 3. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we have here. He had 3 orders. Customer ID 2 had 3 orders. ID 3, 2 orders. ID 4. Now you may also want to see the total amount of what each of these customer purchased. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
In all of the 3 orders, what did they amount to? You may want to see that too. So if you want to do that, we could sum um what they got at the end. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Let's say we want to see all. Okay, instead of the count here, we could do a sum and do a sum. Okay, let me not change this. Let me not change this. Let me rewrite a new query. I'll close this now. Close this. Select customer ID, customer underscore ID. Then we have a sum of their. What's that second field again? That's amount. I suppose that's amount. Some of the amount are some. Let's say let's give it an a name alias as total. Okay, total amount. Okay, wow. What did I do? Now from we're doing this from still the orders table, and then we're grouping by still. You need to group by the same customer. Sorry, group by the same customer ID, customer underscore ID. So you could run that query and see what we get. If we run this query, I should get something. Count. Run this guy. I have. items. Uh, do you know what I'm trying to do?
No,
Okay, pull this first. Run yours. Did yours run?
I've not finished.
I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
It ran.
Hmm.
Now this is what you're seeing. I have a total
But I
amount.
don't have I don't have a count column.
Yes, you shouldn't have it. I've
Okay.
removed this. Is what you should have,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Good.
what I have.
Now, supposing we want to see now, we say customer ID one. There's a
Hmm.
total amount or total now what do you call it now? The total amount he spent on your company, probably the total item he bought. Um, I want to give you a name that defines total purchase, probably. Okay. All right. So let's have this. Now, I want to know how many times, like he did this purchase. It could be once. Hope you know. Could be do just one time purchase and has this. Could be twice. Could be three. Could be four. Could be five and more. So I want to do that by introducing the count of all, but I'm saying count as what do I call it now? Just anything, alias. What do we call it?
What's that?
I want to get the number of times, number of watch this. Let me run this. Hold on.
Hmm.
This guy we did earlier. We have total orders. Okay, okay, okay. I think it's cool. I have what I want now as total orders. So we have this guy, and I put a comma. Count all as total orders. Okay. What did I do?
I don't know because I'm lost
I
now.
was touching something else. Sorry.
Yeah.
Count
Hmm.
all as total orders. That's just what I wanted to do.
Sorry, I'm lost now completely. What are you done again now?
I'm just trying to introduce. Let's run this so you see what I'm trying to do. This guy.
Hmm.
This is just what I want to do. Did you see that?
No. So select customer ID amount.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Then the count. I added this now.
Okay, 1 second.
That's
So
just
I've
all
got
I added.
select customer ID. Oh, so you deleted the count as total order.
I just removed the what's it called? The name alias.
Okay. And then it's
The
some
count is still
comma.
there.
Oh, okay. Is that the end? Okay.
So I just wanted us to see that these are the number of orders this guy made. 3 orders, amounted to this. 3 orders amounted to this. 2 orders amounted to this, and then
Yeah.
2 orders. That's just all.
Okay.
That's all I wanted us to see. So we talked about you grew by we added a sum which we didn't do earlier. We added a sum, something new, and then we sum the total amount to get what we can also get the total sum of the whole amount for all orders, like put together. Well, this one is sum per customer because of the group by. Do you understand? Now,
Yeah.
how about we want to get the total of this amount from the entire orders? So we could do a select sum, and then we put our orders, sorry, amount, and then we say as, let's call it total orders. And then we say from, sorry, I have double and single. We say from orders table, total amount ordered, total amount ordered. I think it's better that way. All right, this should be more readable. If I run this, I got this. That's blah, 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 756,000, whatever it is, dollar, naira, or pounds. If you're there, let me know.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Um, so I need to do that one. So yeah,
All right. Let's look at as part of our aggregate. Everything we're doing now is all about the aggregate functions, aggregate queries. Um, let's look at this, our average, minimum, maximum, and co. I could do a select average of the amount. We're targeting the amount because that's where you can do your computation from orders. That should work. If we run this, I get that. I mean, for all orders, there's an average order of 5,600 the unit. If you want to verify that, let's do a select all from select all from orders. So we have 4, 5, 7, 8, 12,000, 25K, 99K. Now it's simply a sum of all of this divided by, we had a count of 10
mm-hmm.
divided by 10. So we statistically, by running this query, we understand that the average order is 75,600. Mathematically, you know what that means, right?
Wait 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, yep. Yeah.
All right. So just about the order before
Mm-hmm.
that. I'm not using this guy again. I just had to run that. So we could do same for our
Mm-hmm. I
select
mean,
the same thing, minimum,
mm-hmm.
minimum of the amount, same thing from orders. Okay, if I run this guy, I have a minimum amount, and we could do maximum amount from orders still. Select max amount from orders still. Then we have what we have. We see that as the highest order made.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
How come I have something different?
what do you have
I have 15.
for maximum
Yeah,
or for minimum?
for maximum.
You have 15.
15. Is it 150,000?
How come?
For minimum, I have 25,000.
Let me run my minimum 25%. That's correct.
Yeah.
Maximum. How come you have something different?
Did I not? Oh, 150,000. That's what I have.
150.
One, two, three, four. Yeah. 150,000. That's what I
I
have.
hope you know you could give them a name alias as you do. For example, so right, these you could say as average order, right?
Yeah.
Average order. You could do that. You could have done that, and that makes it more human readable if you like. And then you could do same here as if you like. It's optional as minimum order if you like. That's still optional. So if I run this too, I have average order and my minimum order still I have minimum order. So 25K for minimum order. And how come you have 15? We have same thing now.
For
150
minimum,
rather.
yeah.
Maximum 150.
Yeah, 150.
Okay.
Because I thought you had something different before.
Okay.
Uh, yeah.
All right. That's simple and straightforward, I suppose. Mm, are we cool?
Yeah. Because today I'm just literally just following what you're doing. So I
You're
might
you're not
not be
getting
able
it.
to. No, I am getting it, but I'm just literally following what you're doing. So
Okay.
in order for me to be able to do this back, I still have to like look back.
Okay. Okay. But okay. Okay. But in terms of comprehension, you understanding what's happening. Okay. All right. That's cool. If you understand what's happening, I think I'm cool with that. So let's try and um now one thing worth knowing is that when you do a select query for aggregate functions, aggregate queries like this, if you're selecting any field within the select query for aggregate queries, you
Hmm.
must have to specify that field within the query. I will explain what that means. It must be inside, like must be within, must be included within, and there has to be a group by. In many cases, let me explain what I mean. When we said select, when we ran the select, what was that? Where was that we ran that? Good. This guy, line 140. When we ran this, we introduced this guy. Now, if we were running just this, we don't need a group by. Like if we were running just this, then we may not need the group by. And then we have our query working. If I run this guy now, it will work. Do you understand? But if I had to add this guy, then if I don't put a group by, my query fails. That's why we had that error earlier. This is it. In aggregate query without group by, that's a wrong thing to do. So whenever you introduce a field, a field of, and you're doing the aggregate like sum, average, and the rest, then you have to specify what field you're grouping by, what field you are collecting by. You will understand that by the time you see errors more and read the errors. Now, I want you to also know that reading the errors to understand the error is part of the skill set that you need to develop. There's no programmer or developer that does not, see error time as time goes on. But your ability to understand what the error is saying and fixing it is part of your expertise. So, one more thing I want us to look at as we push forward is having a having clause. Having. Okay, up until now we've not added the order date. Let's also see that some. I hope you know we could have added. Where's that guy? This guy here. Could have added order dates, if you like. What do we have? Order dates. I suppose that's what we have. Like so, could have added order date. This should still work. Wow, error. Why did I get my error? Am I having error? Order date or grouping by customer ID. Order date. That should be fine. So what exactly this one? What's it saying? I put a group by now. Okay. Select list is not expression select list is not in group by. Where's what do we have? No be order date. Let me check my table
Yeah, it
name
is.
again. Order date. Where's that table name again? Order underscore date. That's what I used. Order underscore date. So where am I having the problem from? Some ID order date. Some from orders. That query is correct. Okay, that query is incorrect. Sorry, that's incorrect. It's incorrect. Okay, why is it incorrect? Good. It's actually incorrect. Why do you think it's incorrect?
One second.
Let's look at it together.
Yeah,
Why do you think it's incorrect?
because you didn't have the group by included.
No, no, not really. We cannot within the sum,
Uh-huh.
we're summing. Let me run this without the
Customer
other
ID.
dates and show you
Okay.
something. Just hold on. Doing a sum. Now we okay, let me also introduce the count. The count. Within a count, count. Uh okay, I this will help me explain more. Now within a sum, we're summing our amount field. And that's what we have here, right?
Uh-huh.
Now we have to count the all. What this means is that we counted how many customer records, how many customer with ID, how many orders customer with ID one made to give you this amount. That's three. But you see, you cannot sum. This is a sum. You cannot sum the date field. That's why the date field cannot appear here. So that was only applicable to a field that that responds to the something. I don't know if that's clear. Except if otherwise you are also calling that date field and as well as but then you cannot run when you run aggregate functions. The thing is some fields that cannot respond to the aggregate stuff will have to be skipped. For example, those name field and co that you cannot sum, that cannot you cannot perform the average, the count, the average, the the minimum, maximum, and the likes. So that's why when we did this, and then for this guy, I have to group by it. That's the only reason is accepting this. And we introduced this group by because we had this field here. So when you do something such as say you put in order date here, this query will fail. I'm going to run it, it's gonna fail. And we have our reason. It contains let's read that. Group by clause and contains non-aggregate column, the order date. A non-aggregate column, the order date. You cannot perform aggregation on the order date field. That's why that is happening. Don't worry. As you push forward, you understand by bigger data sets. There are fields you cannot perform aggregate functions, aggregate task on. One of it is the date field. But we can do that on the amount field, of course. Now integers, for so many integers or decimal, you can sum that, you can find the average, you can find the lowest and the largest, and the rest. Let's look at the next thing I said. I mentioned having, right?
Uh-huh.
I want to look at the having clause. Having clause. We're introducing our where filters and okay, we're trying to combine more than one thing. We've done some things before now. We've introduced the group by, we've done our sum, the average, the minimum, and the maximum. Let's look at a conditioner now. Let's introduce a condition. How do we introduce a condition? Let's say we having. That's what we want to look at. Let's say select I'm selecting I want to select same thing, same query we wrote earlier. Customers underscore ID. Then we have a sum of the amounts here. We say from orders table, and we want to say let's we have to use a group by. Why are we putting the group by, please, if you understand?
No, I don't.
Now we have a customer ID. That's why we're grouping by customer ID, oh, so we don't experience the error. Now I want to throw up a condition, just like you have your where clause in a non-aggregate queries. Your where clause, where this is greater than this is greater than this. First, I'll select all. Let me select all and see my data set. Select star from orders. Select all from orders. If I run this, now I want to see all orders greater than 78. Okay, I think 78 is quite small. 78, no, that's big. All orders greater than 54,000 naira. No, greater than 30. All orders greater than 30,000. That's what I want to look at. So having amount greater than 103. Now, what does this remind you? This is the same thing we did. This is the same thing we did. This is the same thing we did earlier when we did uh what's it called? Sorry, having the sum amount. When we did a normal queries, when we did we use our where clause. When we use our where clause, I think I should put it here. Where clause. When we use our where clause, this was similar thing we did when we use our where clause to filter down our record set. So if we run this guy now, what do we have? We just have a sum of, when we run this, where's the other one? I think I should run the other one. This guy. What the dates? When we run this is what we had in our sum.
Mhm.
Hello.
Yeah.
The total here is 315. This is 19,199. This is 55. So this our sum here will be, I think let me put something greater. 55. 55. Okay. I think we should use this guy. Good. Now looking at this guy, I have just three results. When we did this earlier, is the first one I ran. This guy, we have four. The same thing is what I did here. I'm running the same thing. In fact, let me copy this guy and rerun and run them both side by side. Side by side. This is what you have. And then I want to replicate same thing, but this time around introducing the having now this sum that we did here, having this sum greater than, I want to make it greater than, I used what I used earlier, greater than, let's say 200,000. Okay, if I run this guy, I have this, so that's the only one greater than 200,000. If I run this guy, let me run both. This guy is 199.55, 255, 187, 190. Let me use 190. 190. Okay. Okay. See what's happening. Are you there?
Yeah.
All right. We ran this query earlier. This is the result. This guy is just saying select customer ID, sum of the amount from the orders table, and then group by customer. To further understand that, Let me run our initial select all. So what we're doing is clear. Select star from orders. Orders. So what we're doing is clear. So I want to run all three. So this is the first query. All the others. Now notice that customer one had 1, 2, 3 orders, right? The
Mm-hmm.
first order was on this date, second order was on this date, third order was on this date. Customer 2 has 3 orders equally. Customer 4, 2 orders. Customer 3, 2 orders. Now, we now attempted to run a count of the sum of, I may not need this, but I introduced this just to show you something. We're running an aggregate function just to get the sum of. Now customer one has an order of 400, is it 45 or 450? This is 45,000. The first order is 45,000. His second order is 120,000. His third order is 150,000. 120 plus 150, that's 370 plus 45. 370 plus 45. Wow, that's about four. What's that? 370 plus 45, that's 415, I suppose.
Yeah, 370. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 415. 4 fee, okay, 45 here. The first order is 45,000. Second order is 120,000. The third order is 150. 120 plus 150, that's 370. So we're expecting that he has 47 something. My calculation was wrong. Our calculation was wrong. So that's customer one, 315. How did I get 415?
I don't know.
How did you get 415? How did I get, where did I get 415 from? How come 415, 315? Did I just overestimate? Hold on. Trying to see. Um 45,000, sorry for that. 120,000 plus 150,000. That's how much? Okay, that's 270. I said 370. 270 plus 45,000. That's, yeah, correct. 315. So we're expecting to see a result of 315. That is correct. The sum of all customer one orders from the first customer is 315. That's what this query is doing. This guy here. That's what he's doing. He's getting the sum of all orders. Now he's grouping them by the customer ID. So customer ID 1, his total orders is 315, and there are just 3 orders. Now if we look at customer number 4, he has the first one 85,000, 88,000, and his second order was 99. 88 plus 99, I don't know, that's over 200 and, sorry, 100, and so that's 100 and something. So if we look at that here, we get 187. That's correct. So what we're doing simply is that we're summing the orders of each customer. The group by is telling you group them by customer. So I have customer one, his total order. He has 3 orders. This guy, this is what is bringing that 3 count. Customer 2, he has this and he has count of 3 orders. Customer 3, total of all his orders, he has just 2 orders. Same with customer 4. The next query, which is this now, what did this query do? We attempted to now say filter down the result by adding this line. This line just filters the result to get um order sum of orders greater than, what do they give, 9190. That's just what we're doing here. So that's what this third query done. This is the result. This is the only, this one here, the sum of these guys orders is less than 190. Sum of customer 3 is less than 190. So we're expecting just customer 1 and customer 2. I don't know if this is clear.
It's not.
Okay. 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 Let's take it again. Now look at this. The first one. You understand what select all does?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Now let me ask you. Supposing I need you to get me all the orders by customer one. All the orders by customer one. What would you do?
Select the cost, all the others by
Yeah,
customer
customer
one.
with ID one. Yes.
Yeah, so it's select from customer ID.
You would have written a query like so.
Mm-hmm.
Um select star from orders where customer
ID equals
underscore
one.
ID equals one. That's what you would have
Yeah.
written.
Mm-hmm.
You would have done this and that will give you this. Right?
Yeah.
Now what if I further told you, okay, I have all the orders. Now I just want the sum of all his orders. You are targeting this amount field. True or false?
Mm-hmm.
Is that clear at this point? The question I'm asking, is it clear?
Yeah.
I want just the sum total of his orders. So what I'm saying in a nutshell is give me 45 plus 120 plus 150, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
where aggregate functions comes into play, and this is it. Sum of the amount. Now, but you filtered using a where clause to get just customer one. Now, I want that for all customers. So what you would have done if I wanted the sum is that you are now going to tell me you're selecting sum of orders, sorry, sum of amounts from orders. That's what you will do. I don't know if that's clear. At this point, it's clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, but this will give you for all, not just for this customer. It's giving for all, every order in that table, just like select all. Do you understand what I just said? Now,
Mm-hmm.
but I want it by each customer. This is giving you for all the orders in that table. This is the total sum. Now, I want it by customer. So I said, get me by customer underscore ID. So the fact that you're doing this in an aggregate, if we just run this, let's try that, we get an error. Aggregate query without the order by. The only reason we are introducing the order by is that we have introduced a customer field. So we have to order this by the customer ID so that this thing is sorted in accordance to the customer. The same sum we talked about earlier, but now ordering by customer ID. So what's that? Order by from orders, customer sum. Okay. Am I getting error? What did I do wrong? Sorry, I said order by. I'm sorry. Group by. Sticking to the group. The same group by, not the other. So the same thing we did when I said sum. But now I'm grouping by customer so that I have customer one is total, customer two is total, customer three is total, customer four total. We'll do this again. Probably next class we'll revisit this. Sometimes some things don't stick at the first class. I
This
understand.
one is today's section is hard. I won't lie.
Okay. Is it because we're dealing with aggregate functions? It's cool. It's cool.
Probably.
All right. It's okay. So should I push more on the aggregate? And that's the plan for today. Okay. Let's run one last thing on the aggregate. Calm down. Okay. Don't worry. Calm down. Okay. Now, okay. Let me ask you a question. I want you. Okay. Let me ask you a question. You share your screen. You have this data set. Share your screen. I need you to do something.
Okay.
Share your screen. I'll stop sharing.
Second.
I'm not seeing your screen. Okay.
Can you see it now?
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Get me all orders by customer ID too. Mm, read what you're writing.
Select from uh, customer ID.
Where are you selecting from?
Table name is customer.
Table name
Oh,
is
order.
orders.
Orders. Yeah, sorry. Orders. You said customer ID, right?
Two, yeah, customer with ID too.
Customer. Let's put that in customer. Customer underscore ID equals to.
Okay. Line
What?
53 was not terminated. That's why you have
Oh
that error.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
run it. Okay, that's all. What you have now is all the orders by customer ID too, right?
Mhm.
Now get me the sum of all the orders by this same customer.
So this is where I don't know. Good.
Yeah, that I'm just trying to
Where?
let you know what we are doing.
Where? Okay. Oh, I don't. Okay, 1 second. Let me go back up. Some amount as total. I just do where some amount again. I'm just why do I think that is wrong?
Now it's wrong, and the only reason it's wrong is that usually, well, I don't know if I'm correct, but in most cases, if not all, whenever you see the where clause, that query should
Mm,
have ended.
okay.
You have
So
two where
should
clause.
I
You can
should
have
I
you
do
can have
and
no, like whatever you're writing should be before the where clause. That's one. Two, you would not have a reason to have more than one where condition
where? Okay.
within a query construct. Now,
I'll do it like this and do and some.
no,
Uh,
no. Whatever you want to do should be before that where. That's exactly what I'm saying. However, go back to what you wrote earlier. Select from, oh, yeah, remove line 57
mhm,
and terminate that query and run it again.
mhm,
Now this is your output. You just got
mhm,
all
mhm.
by customer
Customer
ID
ID.
2. Now,
Mhm.
what if you wanted the sum of all orders? Like you wanted to sum up amount 78 plus 67 plus 54 all in thousand.
So is that not where I'll just do select some amount? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you will do that. Run that. 46. Yes.
But shouldn't that be total instead of max?
Hey, it should be sum now, not max.
Yeah.
Sum.
So
Yeah.
if I do that here,
We had that
copy.
earlier.
So if I copy that here and I put and then put that here and
Space.
do
Create a space between that line. So good. Now
select
that just sum.
sum.
Yes. Now run that and see.
But that's a minimum.
This is the sum. You've added the sum. Now this sum you're
But it
getting.
says minimum order.
No, it's just the header. You could change that. That's a placeholder. That's a name alias.
Oh, okay.
You're the one giving it that
Okay,
identity.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. So rerun that.
Hmm?
Cool. Yes, that's what you have stretched that out.
Yeah,
You
okay.
say who? All right. Now, what you did now is that you computed the total for the entire data set in that table.
Yeah, but it's not doing it for the customer ID too.
Beautiful. That's where I'm coming. So I need you to be running it so you
Oh,
understand
so
what
that's where I will now do where.
the having. That's where we introduce the having. But before that, hold on, hold on.
Group by.
Hold on. I'm coming. I'm going there. I was going there. Hold on. Remove the group by first. We're going there. You're doing good. Now you're thinking that I just wanted you to get this by
Mhm,
all means. Now you don't need a group by here because you're not
mhm,
pulling out anything other than this sum.
mhm.
But we want to now see the customer
So it
ID.
should just be.
Hold on.
I then copy
Hold
this
on.
one down
No, leave
here.
that one. We don't need it now.
Okay.
Undo. Control
How
Z.
do you undo?
Control Z. Okay,
Okay.
you're using a MacBook. Okay, that's it. Now,
Mhm,
before your sum, put your cursor
mhm,
there. Just after your select. After your select.
mhm.
Space. I want to select customer ID. Type the customer ID now.
Select from customer
No,
ID
no, no.
or no?
Select. No.
Yeah.
Yes, comma. Now, why this looks correct, if you run this, we'll get an error. Run it.
Mhm.
The only reason we're getting this error is that you
It's
are
not group by.
requesting an aggregate query from a field that you cannot perform that. It's customer ID. You are
Mhm,
requesting a sum. So that now, because you introduced customer ID, a field in the table, the earlier query you wrote, there was no field. Now you have to introduce the group by. Group by. So go introduce the group by, either in a new line or same line.
So delete this one.
No, you don't need to. You need it there.
Leave that there.
Yeah,
Okay, and then do
a group by.
group. I won't lie, I don't understand it
Yes, I
at
know, I
all.
know. I understand. It's like that. None of us understood it at first sight.
So,
If you had told me you understood it,
ID
I will fear you. Terminate.
equals.
All right, run it. Now it runs
So,
successfully.
uh-huh.
What you're doing now, you're saying customer one total is 315. Customer two is total or whatever it is. Now, what if I want to see only the total of customer one now instead of all customers? We're saying for all customers, right?
So then that will be group by customer ID equals 2.
Having the normal thing you know is where customer ID equals to. That's what you would
Mm-hmm,
have written.
mm-hmm,
Put
mm-hmm.
the where clause. No, you don't need a comma there. Now, put your cursor around that red. Let's see what it tells you. Mouse over it. Mouse over the where. The where. What does it say? where it's
Where
not
is it
valid
not valid
at
at
this
this position?
position. It's only telling you that because in its mind you are doing an
Mhm.
aggregate function where the word where does not come. So as a substitute for where, we use having. That's just what I was trying to explain.
Yeah, but when we did having here, yeah, we didn't have having in the query.
Yes, that's a comment. That having is a comment.
I
And
know,
okay.
I know, but like when we did the comment for these ones, like max, mean,
Mm,
average, we had them in here,
okay.
and
Right and
every
where?
other thing we had like, this is a comment here as well.
Okay.
And then to run the query, we had the average, we had the mean, we had the max
Okay.
in the query. Yeah,
Okay.
like in the text.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think for some other ones that we've done as well,
Okay.
like group by as well, we had group by, like count.
Okay.
Yeah, we had count there.
Okay.
So why, when we now come to having,
Mm-hmm.
which we have up here, again, please let me know if I'm making sense. We don't have having in this.
Now, those queries
Mm-hmm,
do not use having. I was only trying to explain the having by writing those ones first.
mm-hmm,
So you receive them. Matter of fact, lines 51 to line 56 has nothing to do with having. So you can delete them. But I wrote them just to show you so you appreciate line 58 to 60.
mm-hmm.
I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So if that's confusing, you can remove them totally. In fact, do that. I was only writing them just to show you, what the having does. So line 60, change
Mm-hmm.
that where to having. That's just the difference. That's
Okay.
just the difference. So if you run that now, we have it. So if you change that
Okay.
ID, customer ID to 2, or to 1 rather,
Mm-hmm.
to something else, a particular, okay, for a specific customer. That's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Using in table, using having, or the having keyword. Thank you so much. So you could remove line 50 to 56. Delete them if they were part of the problem. I was only writing them just to uh, get you to appreciate what the having is doing.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're saying now, in place of a where clause, where you normally would use a where clause, if we're not writing the aggregate query, you normally would use a where clause. So in place of a where clause, we introduce the word having, not a where clause at the moment. That's just the key difference. We don't use where here, we use having. So if you want to filter down your query result in an aggregate query, you use having, not where. Exactly.
Okay.
So I said, if you have an interview question before you, and what's the difference between the where and having, what would you say?
Where is within the table? Having is specific to a customer.
Not exactly. Think about it again.
Where is everything that relates to that whatever query you're writing?
Okay. Where actually filters a query before grouping.
Where
Filters a query before grouping. You use it before a query is grouped. Usually in a non-aggregate query. Why having it's actually a substitute for filtering, having grouped.
sorry,
Usually,
where filters a query before grouping?
yes, usually in a non-aggregate query.
query.
It cannot be used to for aggregate function like a sum, count, average, and the rest.
It cannot be used for some etc. Okay.
Why?
And they
And
having
then having filters, a record set after groups, after grouping. Filters groups like after you've grouped. That's when you use the having keyword, and then it's used in aggregate queries, aggregate functions or queries. It's actually an alternative to where. Why where is used before grouping, having is used after grouping. So
after
the
group
moment you use your
after
group
grouping.
by, you cannot use a where clause again.
Okay. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's just the key difference we should keep in mind. The moment you use your group by, wow, my recording has stopped. I said, the where is used before grouping, usually in a non-aggregate function or query. Why the having is used after we have grouped query set, usually in aggregate functions or queries. That's where it is. So if you ask me, I would say that wheres are substitute to uh, having is a substitute to where. So that's one
Okay.
one key difference. All right, it's good you wrote that yourself. I know today's kind of different. Okay,
Yeah. I really need to.
go through it again.
Yes. And I think so I'll need a video for this definitely because I don't have the link for the one from last week from you.
Yeah, I observed one thing. I was trying to do a merger and I was finding it difficult.
Okay.
That's part of it. The video is available, but I couldn't merge it.
Measured.
So I
Okay.
need a software to achieve that. And truly, I've been busy since that time, to be honest. But you get all the videos; they are available. Like the recordings were done and saved. All
Yeah.
right.
Because
Okay,
um
I'm listening.
I today I got lost halfway and that's not
That's not. Yeah,
uh,
I understand. I understand. All right. Let's one last one here. I need us to get a monthly. Um, let's filter down by month. Monthly revenue analysis. I think this is one of the things you would want to do. One of the
should I
things
stop
you would
sharing?
want to do. Okay, yeah, you should stop sharing. I should share now. I forgot I wasn't sharing. Okay, I'm gonna share now. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, if you can see my screen, we push forward. So let me comment this out. Monthly query. Would I call monthly query monthly revenue?
Revenue.
Okay, monthly revenue analysis. Analysis. All right. So um we know we have a date field. I need us to use the date field. That's why I'm doing this. So we have a date field. Let's select the month out of the date, just out of that date, and select the month from it. So we could say select month, select month. Month is a keyword actually. So yeah, all right, month, and then you pass in the date. That's other date we have. The month takes a parameter called order date in our case, order date. Select month which the order date, and then we get um, let's give it a name alias as order month. Order month. I just use this for now, so I don't do. We also want to select, if you like, I'll say let's select the sum of the amount as a monthly revenue. Sum of the amount as monthly revenue, and then we do that from orders table, orders, and then we want to group by, since we're adding is it group by? Yeah, we want to group by what we're grouping by. Since we added the month, then we're going to group by that same month, group by month, and then of course it will always take the order date. That same month we're grouping by order order date. I think that's all the query. What we're trying to do is we're selecting. Now keep in mind this is a keyword. Let me put it in uppercase so you understand that it's a keyword. Just like a select, these keywords could
Mhm.
be in upper cases as well as a group by. So when you see them in upper cases, um, so we'll select the month, and the month function takes a date parameter. In our sense, the only date parameter we have is order date, and we're giving a name alias. It's calling order month. I could put this in quotes by splitting this and saying other month, so I make it more human readable. And I can also call this monthly revenue. Okay, just making it more human readable. So if I run this query, I should have this guy for the month. I have this guy. Is that clear? If that's clear.
Yeah.
So now let's do a select all from the order to see. Select star from orders, just to be sure that what we have is correct. I want to run these two side by side, run them side by side. Now the others, the months, okay, we have one, we have two, and we have three, we have four. Hope you know why we're getting 1, 2, 3 from here. Hmm?
That's the month.
Yeah, that's the months. So even though they look sequential like 1, 2, 3, it's because of the what we have here. That's the month here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's one way you could select the month. You could also select the
Wait,
year, the year
how
part
come
of
I only have four?
forward.
Four rows.
What were you expecting?
Yeah, that's what I have.
What are you expecting?
No, you had a longer table before.
I had a longer one. I have just four
Yeah,
too. No, I have
you
just
just have, okay. All right, cool. I think my thing is lagging.
no. What you looked at was this.
So yeah, the other one, yeah, this one.
For our select, I did select all.
Oh, okay, okay.
I ran a select all. So
Mhm.
this query, this is the result here.
How come you're able to get two?
To get what?
Like you have the other result 59 and other.
If you highlight both and run them together, you have both.
Okay, 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 cool.
If you highlight more, as much as you highlight and run, you get
All
both.
right, okay, okay.
Okay, are we cool?
Yeah.
Now, quickly, I want you to, you may share your screen. I want you to run a few
Sorry,
queries.
mine didn't work. Oh,
What did he say?
I liked it both and then ran.
What did you use to run? The
The
first or the second?
the second.
No, use the first. As soon as you do a
Okay.
highlight.
Okay. Use the first. Okay. Oh, yeah. Cool. It works now.
Right. So we're cool. You understand what this query gave us, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
Um.
I need you to run a few queries for me.
Yeah. I've only got 10 minutes, but let me share my screen. Sorry. Let me just
Okay.
jump on
Even
another
if it's
call.
5 minutes, we could do something. Just
Yeah.
quickly.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen. Now, could you please from what we've just done, I want any run a query to get the total revenue for me.
Okay. So if we do select month. No, we don't need select month.
Pardon?
1 second. 1 second. Do I have to break it down by month?
No, just give me all the what did I say? I said just give me
Total revenue.
total revenue from
Okay.
no the data set.
Select. Um.
Comment that to be a classwork so you know what from there what you're doing is a classwork. By the comment for the classwork.
Select. Select. The customer.
Sometimes read it out to yourself, they help you too.
Yeah. Customer ID. Oh, I'm confused on which table.
What's the table name?
Customer ID, isn't
Table
it?
name is
Or others.
others. Others.
Others. Yeah. Select. Select. Others. Select. Select.
What did I say you should get?
Monthly revenue. Total
No,
monthly
that's not what
revenue.
I said.
What
I
did you
said
say?
get me the total revenue from the others table.
Total revenue. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with the month. So what you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah,
do,
yeah, yeah.
okay?
Okay.
Beautiful. Okay. You don't need a comma before your from statements. Always
Okay.
remember that. You only separate by comma when you are listing fields like
Mm-hmm.
column names. So your first line 65, the first words, select others. I don't know what you mean by others.
So
Others is a
is
table
that
name.
yeah?
Yeah. So you're not selecting others. You're selecting something from others like you have at the end.
Select
So
revenue.
there's no revenue field.
Total revenue
There's no total revenue field. Just remove it entirely.
amount.
Remove it entirely. You're only
Mm-hmm.
selecting the sum of the amount. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
So that query is fine. You're selecting the
Okay.
sum of the amount that queries. Cool. I lost you.
Um, using my screen.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Gosh, what's going on? Can you see?
Yep. Okay. Do you have a time to run one more query?
Oh yeah.
All right. How about that's the total revenue. Now
Yes.
total number of orders. I want to get the total orders. What you got is total revenue, like the
Mhm.
financial involvement in the
Mhm.
all of the orders. Now, how many
Yeah.
orders were they? So to get the count, it's called a count. So you're just selecting count, not sum.
Okay.
Sum is to sum
The total.
a
Yeah.
value, yeah. So you're just getting a
Count.
count
So
of
what do you use?
all, count of all. That's why I did the count asterisk, count X, count star.
Okay.
More like your select good. You cannot use a name alias if you like, but the writing just from good from others.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
you could use a name alias from the count, but that's all. So you did not terminate. Okay, you
I
did not.
did.
Okay, that's good. You did
Mm.
actually.
Oh,
What's that?
10.
You didn't see it earlier, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's about the total count. All right, how about we try get an average order amount? Get the average of the order amount. Don't scroll up. Don't look anywhere.
Oh, this is select
Yes, it's everything is select.
average.
That's it.
Average.
That's it.
Um, is it amount?
Beautiful. The amount is the money, so that's the
Yeah.
average.
Yep.
That's it. So
Yep.
how about we try get revenue per customer? This way it gets a little harder. Okay, revenue per customer.
Uh,
What you got earlier in lines 65
mhm.
is total revenue for all customers.
Mhm.
Now I
Okay,
want it per
so
customer now. So what that means is that you're going to separate that. You're going to select
I
customer
know.
IDs.
So if we do this, if we and
Okay.
then we'll put where customer
Okay.
ID. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that am I right? That's what I'm
Uh,
opening. And then we'll
hold
do
on.
like.
Hold on. Remember, I told
Mhm.
you earlier that this is an aggregate function. You don't introduce a where clause after within the aggregate function after you have grouped. And for you to get by customer, you have to introduce a grouping. So you're
Mhm.
selecting the customer ID too.
Mhm.
No,
Is it-
no. We don't need a where. We don't use where.
mhm.
So select that place you wrote the where there. You introduce the customer ID because that's what we want to get. Customer ID. Good, come on. Now, because you have introduced customer ID, you now have to introduce your group by. Yeah, continue. Group by. No, you don't need a comma.
Shit. Group by. Sorry.
That same
Group
customer
by.
ID.
Customer ID equals to, right?
No. What's the question again? The question say revenue per customer. You're not
Oh,
specifying.
I thought you said
No,
specify
no.
customer. Okay.
Run that. Let's see. You see
Yeah.
that it's giving you per customer. So if I had told you now, if I had said, get me for customer 2. That's when you now, okay, get
How
me
do you undo again? Sorry.
Control
Wait.
Z if you were, no. Okay. Okay, you want to introduce a comment, right?
Yeah. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm meant to be on a call. I just something like that. Give me a
It's
second.
okay.
Um, sure. I am really, yeah, sorry, sure. One, yeah, sorry.
All right.
Yeah, I'm back. Um,
Revenue per customer. Now,
yeah.
what? How about if I needed you to, now this what's it called, result you have now,
Mm-hmm.
it's giving me the revenue for all customers. So what if I
Mm-hmm.
say filter it down to just customer 3?
That's where I'll change where customer group by customer ID equals 3.
No, that's where instead of the where customer ID equals 3, you introduce having. I'm trying. I emphasize the
Yeah.
having over
I
and
told you
over.
today's class.
Yes, hold on. The last line there still.
I
Remove the
know we've done
termination.
it up here. Sorry, I
Don't
know. I'm just going back up to see.
Okay.
Yeah. Group by and then having. Yeah. Then
So this same result you already have. Just
having
introduce the having, and that solves it.
star underscore ID equals 3.
Okay, that's it.
Terminate. Yeah.
That's more like it. So we change the value, it gives you something else.
Yeah. I think I saved this already. Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you still have time, 2 more queries.
Yeah.
All right. Customers with more than 2 orders.
Wait. Down to others.
Okay, before that, okay, try that. If you don't get that, you fix that.
I'm not going to get it.
Yes,
Select
I wanted to give
customer.
you that as a class, as an assignment. That's why I said leave that, but leave
Okay.
that there. You do that as an assignment. Do get me by monthly revenue sorted by highest revenue first. Filter by monthly revenue, then sort by the highest.
Um, some, some amount of monthly orders. Uh-huh.
Customer select some. No, that's not correct.
Select month. Yeah.
Pardon?
I have to put select month.
Yes. I said I want the monthly revenue.
Okay. Select month.
That month, hold on. When you
Mm-hmm.
select month, it gives you good. Within that month, you have to pass in an argument. It's a function.
Yeah. Other.
Date.
Is it
It
other
always
than
requires a date argument.
yeah.
Then,
Double comma.
yes, of course, that's the field you are specifying.
Yeah.
That's fine. Then sum of amount. Okay. That month, give it a name earlier so you know it's a month you see.
Um,
No, select months, other hours. Give it a name earlier.
other.
Yes. Okay, put it in quotes so it's looking like a keyword there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. I think that was what they asked.
Descending.
So you have to group by. So I've
Group
introduced a
by
field list.
um group by month,
Yes, the same thing you have there. That month, order date.
monthly, group by month. Can I just can I not just type it as month because I already specify it as?
Okay, okay, I understand what you're saying.
Mm,
Let's try that.
okay.
No, then you shouldn't put it in quotes again.
Okay.
No, not that
Why
kind
is
of
he
month.
putting in bracket? I don't know why
It's
it's so.
speaking the.
Yeah. And then what's the other one?
That's okay. What was it? What did I ask you to do? Month. Okay, sorted by. Run that first before you sort.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now we why it ran is not sorted. I want you to order it descending, so we see the person with the highest, um, the month with the highest revenue
Right.
first. No, 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 no. That same query. That same
Yeah.
query. Do it on that same query.
What if I do it here?
No, that's the last thing you should do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just select again.
No, no, no. I mean, you should scroll back up what we did before now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you open a new session. What we've done before now.
Yeah. So before that was last week. So we said select at star where so select star from product order by price, then descending.
Yeah, exactly. That's just what I want you to see.
Yeah. So can I not do?
I
So
want you
here,
to
should I just?
complete that within the same query, like the same.
Mm-hmm. So do I do? That's why I was going to put another select, but I can't.
No, line
So I put,
77, line
mm-hmm,
77.
and then
Put
I
it
do it.
descending there.
Oh, just at descending at the end.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought
Order by then descending.
something. Okay. All right. Cool. I thought I needed to add that thing. Um,
What you
the
did not
old.
add is the order by, but run it, run and get the error
Order.
if there is.
I can do. Nope. There's an error.
Order by
Right.
some, that's some amount, that's same sum amount.
Order by.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just ordering it by this sum,
By.
this
Yeah.
same sum. So we'll get the highest up. That's just what we did differently. All right, add to the assignment I gave you just one thing. Get the customers who spent more than 200,000. That's the last assignment. Added. So you have two things to do on that. First, customers with more than two orders. Second, customers who spend more than 2,000, 200,000. 200,000. Yep, that's it.
Cool. 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 Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
That
And
that was a
I'll
lot.
try.